I'm back. It's Don Carson, Blue Diamond with Valentus. Sitting in my office, I've got a thought here I wanted to share with you about traditional business versus network marketing. Traditional business worth a better way of doing distribution. So, I'm a guy that's actually had some success in traditional business. I've done a lot of things, but I'm finding today it's very challenging. And so let me just give you some relationships here for you brand new people that are taking a look at this industry for the first time. You have a couple of options. You have a couple of options when you get started in business where you could buy a franchise. And, those franchises, because lots of people think business is a ticket to wealth. And unfortunately, when you get started in any business, often you're buying a job. And so people will buy a franchise, call it, trademarked Subway or a trademarked McDonald's or a Taco Bell or a KFC, and they have to have the kind of investment like, anywhere from, say, $50 to $1.5 million. Well, that's pretty much, out of most people's hands. But, there are people that will buy a restaurant franchise for, say, $150,000, $200,000 to get themselves a $50,000 to $80,000 a year job. So now they're working in an environment which is no different than where they had in the past, but they think they're working on their own. Well, the economy changes, people stop wanting to eat, or fast food kind of goes out of sorts, and they've got themselves some trouble. So, here we are in this concept today. I wanted to share with you is, you can start in your Valentus business and in network marketing for as little as an activation fee, in our case, $20 one time, no annual fees, no royalty fees. You see, when you look at traditional business, there's always the pay that, every month there's something you got to pay for, right? So you've got to pay for the rent, you've got to pay for the UIC, you've got to pay for the workers' compensation, you've got to pay payroll tax, you've got to pay all of the stuff. And so today in traditional business, one of the things that challenges me is that, not only are you in business for yourself, so you think, but you're in business for the business, which is your partner, Revenue Canada in our case, or of course the U.S. government. So taxes become something that you've got to be able to pay on a regular basis. And of course they reward you by saying, hey, hire more people, we'll charge you some payroll tax. That's even more of an interesting royalty for being in business for yourself. So are you really in business for yourself, and are you really in something risk-free? Well, the economy's changing. We all know that. Look out in the economy and just imagine what you could see if you could see what's in the other side of those eyes. There's people that have lost their jobs. There's people that have been displaced. In the advertising world, there's so many people that aren't getting that advertising revenue anymore because this is the form we're communicating. People sharing products and services with people. So let's talk a little bit about a commitment. Okay, so I'm absolutely blown away that I've invested millions of dollars in some businesses and not been able to make money, or lost money in cases, and then you have to restart, do different things, and reinvest in yourself. So, business is tough today. So here you have a chance. And I want you to understand this analogy that you could be in business for yourself for, say, 12 months. For $2,000 roughly. Imagine this, you could get started with $4.99 investment in our business and commit to a loyalty to be really, really accustomed to what this product can do for you for up to 12 months. And at the end of that first year, you've spent $2,000. Your return on that investment, I virtually guarantee you, not without making absolutely in writing promises, will be a greater return than as if you were to actually get into a franchise situation at times with less risk. Let's go forward another step. Most businesses take 5 to 10 years actually to break even. Believe it or not, you see your neighbor across the street who's in business for himself. He's been in business for themselves for years and they're still not profitable. They're in a loss situation. And many franchises put you in that situation where they afford you what you believe is a business opportunity, but they put you in a side of the country they know that you're going to lose in until you can advance and prove that you can do it, and you move into another area of the country. That's a lot of franchise situations. You don't get the best street location. You don't get the best opportunity to make the most return on your investment. But in network marketing, you have that chance for a nominal investment with no risk. You see, here you have 12-month commitment. That's what I'm asking you for. Can you imagine that for that $129 loyalty fee, if that's what you want to call it, to be able to use great products and get the benefit of those products, and you do that for 12 months? Here's your benefit. You're going to feel great. You're going to, in some cases, lose weight. You're going to have that ability to look at your life and say, hey, I have 100% of my life left. I'm going to feel great doing it. And and you now have a chance to duplicate yourself to other people. See, I like the concept of having a 1 hour, 90-hour day. I learned that from Dave Jordan, a 1 hour, 90-hour day. Picture this, if you're out there right now all by yourself and you're actually marketing something and nobody can take that and duplicate that and you don't get return on that effort, you're not getting anything residual in your life in terms of return on your time. My time is worth something. So when you look at this business, I want you to commit for 12 months. And if you think even further, what's wrong with 5 years? Think about this. If you spent $2,000 for 12 months and times that times 5 years, you could be in business in Valentus for 5 years consuming our products, and that's a total of $10,000. And I can promise you that your investment is not going to be any greater than that. Imagine you're not going to have any rent, you're not going to have any utilities, you're not going to have any advertising, and you're not going to have all the other things that go along with traditional business. So why is Don Carson so excited about being in this business? Because when I began, I knew where I was going. And that's what I'm asking you to do. And make a commitment to get to our event in Toronto for those that are watching this. And if the time is still in your calendar that you can make it to the end of Toronto, I promise you, you're going to see an epic shift in the philosophy of the world based on what we're going to release in Toronto. It's going to be incredible. Hashtag Toronto Secret. I can't tell you everything, but I will tell you this. You are in the right place at the right time, and you have a chance to succeed in the next 12 months if you make that commitment to better yourself both financially and health-wise with what we have coming, what we currently have, and the enhancements to our program. So thanks for listening in. Again, this is not a short-term thing. It is a long-term thing. This is not get rich quick, but gosh, for $2,000 for 12 months to be in business for yourself and not have to really call it a job is amazing. Thanks for listening.